ओम नमः श्री यतिराजाय विवेकानंद सूरये सच्चित सुखद स्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे. Welcome to Swami Vivekananda's Karma Yoga. In this series we will go through the chapters of Karma Yoga book and try to understand the main points explained by Swamiji on this topic. Whenever we use the word Swamiji, we mean Swami Vivekananda. The Karma Yoga classes were given by Swamiji in New York in 1890s during his first visit to US. The chapters in this book are Karma and its effect on character. Each is great in his own place. The secret of work. What is duty? We help ourselves, not the world. Non-attachment is complete self-abnegation, freedom, and the ideal of Karma Yoga. Let us start with the first chapter, Karma and its effect on character. Swamiji starts the topic by explaining the meaning of the word karma. It means work and also the fruits, the results of karma. Swamiji explains that the goal of life is knowledge and not pleasure. Knowledge, both sacred and secular, is inherent in man, that is in human being. External world is just a suggestion. But the object of study is always the mind of the individual. Swamiji says every mental and physical blow that is given to the soul, by which, as it were, fire is struck from it, and by which its own power and knowledge are discovered, is karma, this word being used in its widest sense. To explain this point, Swamiji gives the example of Newton discovering law of gravitation. The law of gravitation was not sitting somewhere outside or in the apple. It was always in the mind. And falling of an apple was the external trigger to probe the mind. Swamiji says, all knowledge, therefore, secular or spiritual, is in the human mind. In many cases it is not discovered, but remains covered. And when the covering is being slowly taken off, we say we are learning. And the advance of knowledge is made by the advance of this process of uncovering. The man from whom this veil is being lifted is the more knowing man. The man upon whom it lies thick is ignorant, and the man from whom it has entirely gone is all-knowing, omniscient. Then Swamiji explains that our present is the result of our past karma, and then our future will be determined by our present karma. So we have to know how to act. He says, karma in its effect on the character is the most tremendous power that man has to deal with. Man is, as it were, a center and is attracting all the powers of the universe towards himself. And in this center is fusing them all and again sending them off in a big current. Such a center is the real man, the Almighty, the Omniscient. And he draws the whole universe towards him. Good and bad, misery and happiness, all are running towards him and clinging around him. And out of them he fashions the mighty stream of tendency called character and throws it outwards. As he has the power of drawing in anything, so has he the power of throwing it out. Thus Swamiji explains that the karma we do, mentally and physically, produces our character. And as is the character, so is our willpower. A strong character will have a strong willpower. A weak character will have a weak willpower. And according to the willpower, we are able to shape the environment around us. Thus we come to understand how the great spiritual moral giants like Buddha and Jesus have omniscient wills. They have been patiently working unselfishly for births after births. And then finally we see the life of Buddha or Jesus, which has an omniscient will. So this is all determined by karma, work. No one can get anything unless he earns it. This is an eternal law. So there is a science of how to work. Srimad Bhagavad Gita teaches it so as to not fritter away our energies while working. Man works for various motives. Most of them are selfish. But above all these selfish motives is the higher motive of working for work's sake, doing good because it is good, without any selfish motive. Swamiji says unselfishness is more paying, even from the health perspective, but people do not have patience to practice it. Restraint produces giant will, while unrestraint causes will or energy to dissipate. Swamiji says this self-control will tend to produce a mighty will, a character which makes a Christ or a Buddha. Foolish men do not know this secret. They nevertheless want to rule mankind. Ideal man is one who finds peace even in activity and intense activity in solitude. This is the idea also explained in Bhagavad Gita, that the man of wisdom, though externally active, is entirely peaceful inside, while the ignorant man, who may be sitting quietly, is intensely turmoiled in the mind. So the ideal of humanity is to be active outside but be utterly calm inside. That is, people generally believe that work and solitude are opposite. If you are sitting quiet, that is one thing, and if you are working, that is another thing. But to be calm while even working is the real goal. That is the ideal of karma yoga. And if you have attained to that, you have really learned the secret of work. So we have to start by trying to be unselfish in whatever work that comes our way. By practice, we become more and more unselfish till we are able to manifest the knowledge within ourselves. So this short class on Karma Yoga, first chapter, Karma and its effect on character, describes the importance of karma in producing the character and willpower, and how unselfish work and restraining the energies produces giant will, and patiently working unselfishly through births after births, we can achieve to the wisdom and omniscient will as of Buddha and Christ. The next chapter, Swamiji will take up, each is great in his own place. Om Tat Sat.